Be alone, that is the secret of invention. Be alone, that is when ideas are born. Of all the frictional resistances, the one that most retards human movement is ignorance. I don't regret that others stole my ideas. I am sorry they don't have their own. Love, I recognize the emotion for what it is, an irrational self-destructive impulse, which is disguised as joy. The gift of mental power comes from God, divine being, and if we concentrate our minds on that truth, we become in tune with this great power. My mother had taught me to seek all truth in the Bible. The present is theirs, the future, for which I really worked, is mine. A man is born to work, to suffer, and to fight. He who doesn't must perish. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Antisocial behavior is a trait of intelligence in a world full of conformists. Misunderstandings are always caused by the inability of appreciating one another's point of view. Intelligent people tend to have less friends than the average person. The smarter you are, the more selective you become. If your hate could be turned into electricity, it would light up the whole world. All things have a frequency and a vibration. The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. Of all things, I like books best. I could only achieve success in my life through self-discipline, and I applied it until my wish and my will became one. Of all the frictional resistances, the one that most retards human movement is ignorance. Peace can only come as a natural consequence of universal enlightenment. My brain is only a receiver. In the universe, there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration. I have not penetrated into the secrets of this core, but I know that it exists. Originality thrives in seclusion free of outside influences. The desire that guides me in all I do is the desire to harness the forces of nature to the service of mankind. So free to think and act, we are held together like the stars in the firmament, with ties inseparable. These ties cannot be seen, but we can feel them. To know each other, we must reach beyond the sphere of our sense perceptions. What one man calls God, another calls the laws of physics. Women will ignore precedent and startle civilization with their progress. All that was great in the past was ridiculed, condemned, combated, suppressed, only to emerge all the more powerfully, all the more triumphantly from the struggle. There's no subject more captivating, more worthy of study than nature. The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in one decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. To know each other, we must reach beyond the sphere of our sense perceptions. A century from now, it will no more occur to a normal person to mate with a person eugenically unfit than to marry a habitual criminal. We all make mistakes, and it is better to make them before we begin. My mother understood human nature better and never chided. She knew that a man cannot be saved from his own foolishness or vice by someone else's efforts or protests, but only by the use of his own will. You may live to see man-made horrors beyond your comprehension. No free energy device will ever be allowed to reach the market. The Buddhist expresses it in one way, the Christian in another, but both say the same: we are all one. And I think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men. I have always been ahead of my time. From childhood, I was compelled to concentrate attention upon myself. This caused me much suffering, but to my present view, it was a blessing in disguise, for it has taught me to appreciate the inestimable value of introspection in the preservation of life, as well as a means of achievement. Crystals are living beings at the beginning of creation. Is nature a giant cat? If so, who strokes its back? I am even grateful to Einstein and others, because through their erroneous theories they lead mankind away from that dangerous path I followed. It's not the love you make, it's the love you give. The beauty and the scent of roses can be used as a medicine, and the sun rays as a food. The opinion of the world does not affect me. I have placed as the real values in my life what follows when I'm dead. Let the future tell the truth and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs, the future, for which I really worked, is mine. As I review the events of my past life, I realize how subtle are the influences that shape our destinies. When I get an idea, I start right away to build it up in my mind.